Hi, I'm the Gadget Guru Andy Parr, and you're watching TheVog.net. I'm here at Best Buy Polaris in Fort Pierce, Florida, where today it's Victory Demo Day. Here with me is Jim.
Hi, Andy.
The owner and my friend of Best Buy Polaris. And I can tell you, I've had my bike service here in the past. This guy does a wonderful job.
Well, thank you.
It's great to see that you have good inventory here, the Victory trucks here, and I'm sure you're planning on a big day.
We are planning on a big day. We're going to roll right into the evening. Thursdays we have our traditional bike night. So you'll find that as the evening goes on and the people get off work, the crowds will get larger. It's exciting to be a Victory dealer. We've been a Victory dealer since 1998. And we're one of the few original Victory dealers in Florida, and we just enjoy the bike, we enjoy the lifestyle.
Well, if we look back, the past couple of years, you have had some exciting periods. In 2008, the Victory Vision came out. You did very well with that bike. Now for 2010, two new bikes. The Crossroads, which is right here, and the Cross Country, which is on a demo ride, we'll get to see shortly. What do you think, who is going to be the buyer of these new bikes?
This bike is directly targeted at the Harley bike, the Road King for this bike, okay, and the Road Glide for the Cross Country. And it gives them a chance to have a modern bike with some horsepower. 63 horsepower is just not enough. You're topping around 100 horsepower with this bike. And once you put luggage and your best gal on the back, the other one suffers, where this one here just doesn't even breathe hard. And that's what we're after. We're after that segment of the touring market. This bike fulfills it in spades.
Now, are you starting to see buyers from other brands coming in have they seen the advertising?
Actually,
are they walking in now?
Yes, everyone that we've had a deposit on so far is trading in another type of bike.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I guess that accounts for some of the inventory back there.
Sure, we have some trade-ins here from other brands, but this is a bike that's going to fulfill our line. And we tried it a few years back in 06, was our last year for the Tour Cruiser, but it was the antiquated style bike, the old school bikes, the styling, and the old tube frames. And there's a lot of weight and things that's wasted when you build in that technology range. With this new technology, and this here has a frame, as you'll see over here when we take a picture of it, okay, it's a cast aluminum frame. You have no down rails, okay, no excess weight there. The airbox is included into the frame, so you don't have an extra component there. These components work very, very well with each other. You'll find that the fuel injection system, and that's all we've had is fuel injection system on there, that we've never had a carburetor bike. So ours is all perfected. Everything that you see on this bike here, it's not like, oh, I gotta wait and see how they do because we've had this engine. This is the same engine that's in the Vision, the 106. Okay.
Now, speaking of that, I know there's been some misinformation out there, and I know you know your stuff. Which level of cams does this engine have?
This has the same level as the Vision, all right? It doesn't have the level that the Jackpot or the Hammer has, okay? That is a performance bike. The people who ride that bike are looking for a little bit more performance. They really don't care as much about the miles per gallon as a person who rides this bike. They need instant gratification when they twist the throttle, okay? These people need the power when it's loaded up and ready to travel. So there's two different avenues that you're looking at on the type of bike you're buying. One's a Cadillac and one's a Corvette, okay? They both share the same engines, but some are tuned just a little bit different than others.
So this is going to be smooth, easy to handle, etc.
And plenty of power.
The one thing I have to ask you, because this being a previous Vision owner, it was one of the features that I'm glad I never used, but I enjoyed having. That's the tip-over protection. Were you a little surprised when they introduced it that they did not carry that noteworthy feature forward?
Well, it's a different bike. They carried it forward on their 210 Visions, but the Vision's a different bike than this bike. So the people who buy this bike would not buy a Vision, and the people who buy a Vision will not buy this bike. They're two totally separate buyers. To put the tip-over protection on this, now it does come standard with your engine guards, okay, which gives it a lot of protection. But as the Vision doesn't have, this has pop-off saddlebags, okay? so the saddlebags pop on and off.
But that is going to make checking the air on their tires much easier.
Sure it is, and check your belt tensions. It's just wonderful for the technicians, you know.
Do you think this is easier to service than, let's say, if you look at the Kingpin or Vegas?
Yes, it is, and their engineers at Victory do this constantly. They take input from our tech, just like they take input from the customers at the different rallies. How can we do it better? And they get suggestions all the time. They award them prizes if they come up with a good suggestion.
See, that's good. I like those type of incentives.
Right.
Now, do you think that on the new cross bikes, do you think that they will accept the Stage 1 Level 1 exhaust? Well, I know in the past there's been some issues with popping. Do you think that they finally gotten to the bottom of that?
Yes, and most of it's an air-fuel mixture, okay? When you are governed by our government and you have to go through the EPA standards, that's where you get into it. You have to pass through, and not only emission standards, but noise level standards. And once you start tweaking with that, and then all bets are off. And that's why you'll find any aftermarket exhaust system is for off-road use only. And you have to take the good with the bad with that. With this style bike, it depends on the levels you take. Usually if you take a factory bike and you have the factory equipment put in there, then you'll be fine, and you usually can get the popping and things out of it. Now, what we find is people want a little extra, so they tweak with that, and once they start tweaking with that, and then they're doing things that you just can't control.
I know when I had the Vision, the reason I put the Stage 1 Level 1s and the Gatlins on, well, for the sound. The sound is part of the experience. But now that brings up another question. You know, you're extremely well-read, well-informed on EPA regulations. You know, you're a Victory certified mechanic as well as an owner. Is a water-cooled Victory in the cards for the future?
Oh no, they're patented on their oil cooling. You have so many benefits with oil cooling. It's more expensive to build, but oil cools better than water. Oil is a friendly liquid to aluminum engine. It won't deteriorate it like a water base. It doesn't get that aluminum powder look on your head gaskets and inside your engine. Now they have upgrades even from the 92, you can go clear to 106 now. If you love your older Vision or your older Victory and you want to upgrade it to the 106, we have kits, but we change the jugs, the pistons and everything. But when we pulling off these old jugs, you can still see the home marks in the cylinders. You can see the ports look like the day they put them on because of oil. Okay, if it was an antifreeze-based bike, that would not happen. Okay, eventually they eat out. If they did this in cars, you would never have to buy an engine. And thank God that they got this technology through their snowmobiles. And the reason they had to do that because of the freezing temperatures. When you have oil, you don't have to worry as much about the engine freezing and blocking and braking, where the antifreeze, you'd have to drain it. So the people who want to ride in the winter up north, this is the bike to buy.
The last thing question I have for you, you have two new bikes that you're just now getting in, Crossroads and the Cross Country. Any estimate, which one, I mean, without going into your personal numbers, down here in South Florida, which one do you think will be more popular?
Oh, the Cross Country, without a doubt.
Is it because of the radio or?
The radio.
Is that turned into be a hot feature?
The radio, I mean, if you ever rode a bike, and you have with the Vision, with the radio, it just makes the driving much more enjoyable. You have more things now with GPS that will go through the radio, so you can turn left, right, find your restaurant, find your gas station. It just makes it where you take off and don't have to worry about where you're going because you'll lead yourself back. These things are all incorporated. Also with the Cross Country, you pick up things like cruise control. And true cruise control, not a throttle lock.
Let me tell you, you need that when you're touring.
Yes, you do.
It's a great feature to have. It keeps your hand, gives you a little break
Hands,
from it.
if you want to scratch your right ear, you know, things of this nature. Is
your
much
right
nicer.
ear, remember, he said that, okay.
That you can do it. But and it also has little features like passenger floorboards. So if the mama's going to ride, she's going to pick that.
For the VOG.net, I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and I'll see you on the road and online.